trying out what happens if I go live in the middle of the day on a Monday. Will anyone show up? We'll see. I'll prepare the weight in the meantime. Looking over there, let's see if I can see anything. Seems like one person, welcome, you're first. I'm trying out what happens if I go live randomly on a Monday in the middle of the day like this. You like to, wow, what a guy. Now I've been to the gym, I've done the heavy work. So people are dropping in actually, hello. I'm trying out the spontaneous stream in the middle of the day on a Monday just to see what happens. So I've been to the gym, I've done my heavy exercises, and was just looking for your barbell curl video, Bruce Lee. Yes, I'll stay here a little bit. Barbell curl video, I don't have a barbell curl video. Like guys, you that haven't. No, but I've been to the gym, I've done my big compounds, actually hit my first muscle up ever today. First day of training it, hit one good rep. But then I had to go do some things, so I have some misc stuff left to do. And then I figured, hey, I go to the gym in my building and go live and see if any guys show up. So we have some guys, you can talk to me. I'm gonna talk to you between sets. I'd like the stream, guys. I'm gonna start with a pull over here. Haven't done this in some time. I gotta be careful with weights too, because the lady that lives upstairs gets very mad if you slam the weights. Bruce Lee, where do you feel the pullovers? Maybe I'll do them later in the gym. Today, your style. So it's not one exercise I connect that. Russ's shirt. It's not an exercise that I feel such huge connection to any muscle, but I'm thinking of it as a lat movement. I try to lead. I allow the arm to bend a little bit, but I try to keep the position quite constant and lead with the elbow, so it's more of a lat movement there. Just move this closer. I can sit, talk to you. Let's see here. Irai Moreira. Let's go, buddy. You're an amazing guy. Thank you for all your work, sharing your wisdom. Stay hard. Well, I appreciate that. We'll stay hard. You be hard as well, my friend. And Russ's shirt said something trolly here. Rumor has it he sniffs the mold on the wall in between sets to get more of a pump. Yeah, you know, all the testosterone from years of my neighbors training in here. Very anabolic mold on the walls. Well, it seems like we draw some people going live like this. Can you like the stream, guys? Can you also actually talk to me? I'm gonna keep doing sets and come back and talk in the middle. I mean, in between. No, the only thing is that I don't know when other people will come here. So far, I've never had someone come in here when I'm here, but I see the stuff in here changing places. But you know, it would be cool to have like a work. Now I'm gonna do like the extra exercises here on top of the compounds, but it would be cool to have live streams like squat live stream, bench live stream, etc. I did that 2 years ago. It was a lot of fun, like hitting a set of squats, coming chatting to the chat. We have some people here now. So for you that jumped in, I've been in the gym, done my heavy compounds, had to go do some stuff, and now I'm here live to finish with the MISC exercises. And I figured, hey, I'll just try going live, see who's here. Oh, so there came a bunch of stuff in the chat that I didn't see. Like, if you haven't already, Irai Moreira, do you train abs direct? I haven't in some time now. Been doing hanging leg raises only, but at the start of my bulk, I weighted them and applied progressive overload and all that. You can see my video 6 packs full guide, and you'll see what I do when I like prioritize it the most. Bruce Lee, didn't you leave for Greece? It's like, just show up and say that. I mean, you can watch my videos for almost a year now. I've been in Sweden. Yes, I left for Greece, and then I left for Sweden. It was the plan all along. Go there, live there for over half a year, try it out, because I've never been done something like that, and then maybe come back in the future. It's very possible that I will, but I'm not in a hurry right now. I always thought people watching live streams were weirdos, but it's actually quite funny. LMAO, yeah, of course it's fun, you know, more direct engagement, and yeah, not that I like pretend in my videos, but of course you go into a certain character, you talk a certain way, and here you are actually just like, yeah, it's me, and the camera, and you guys. The experience, how are you doing today? I'm doing just fine. It's just that the weather sucks here, which was a little sad. All right, let's go for our next set. It's 45 kilos there. Uh, 12, 11, I'm gonna get 10 reps. Next set. Bruce Lee. Alright guys, got shit to do, have fun. You have fun too, man. Thomas Owens, I watch for the accent and positivity. Thanks for the videos, my man. I'm glad you're enjoying the accent and the positivity. Thanks for letting me know. Good morning from America, servant of Yeah 7. Let's see, you did manage to catch a live. Let's see, what's the question? Someone asked, I'm pretty sure someone asked, how do I decide between bench and dips? And why decide, Why not have both in the program, either on different days, or on the same day, or cycle one in and one out? Like today, on my workout today, because I'm changing my upper body to a muscle up day, and today was the first day back, so it's not like fully programmed yet. And because I haven't been doing weighted pull-ups and dips in a while, I just threw that in. But I've been doing, instead of the dips, I've been doing the flat bench. I'm going to do it again, so you don't have to pick between them necessarily. The experience, have you tried doing the pullovers perpendicular to the bench? So do you mean like with your, not lying on the bench, but having like the feet on the floor and like having the bench against your shoulder blades there? I like to do it that way when I do it at lighter weight as more of a mobility exercise, but I think it works fine on the heavier version like this. Danny, is there some room for private training? This is the gym in my apartment building. So there was one. Two years ago, I went down to the gym. There was a gym in my old building too. And I did some live streams, which would mostly at the time be me doing some sort of compound, like many sets, and talking to the chat in between. Now, it was a spontaneous decision, because I did the compounds in the gym, had to go unexpectedly to do something. So I figured I finish it here and then why not try going live. Danny says, looks pretty good, everything you need for basics. Yeah, that's the thing, a gym like this, if you have a barbell, a rack, bench, some dumbbells, they are good. Like, you're gonna see, I have some fun stuff in here, guys, like this one, It's actually not bad, too. Like, maybe I would like one, I tried it, it's like, I would like one heavier, DK, what a surprise. I'm working out right now as well. Shoulder day with rabbit pulls. I'm not sure what rabbit pulls are, but that's nice. Thomas Owens, I like to do a set of calisthenics every morning to loosen up, push-ups, pull-ups, etc. Start the day right. Yeah. Vel Zeroda, I fucked up my triceps tendons last year, so now I can only do dumbbell skull crushers for triceps. Otherwise my elbows hurt. I also do dips and push-ups. Can't do muscle ups anymore, hurts like hell. Interesting, it's often the skull crushers that people have issues with in their elbows. But of course, it would depend on, just because something is more common, doesn't mean that it's the only way. But whatever you can do to me, I've had elbow issues, and I've had to skip skull crushers, actually. But it's mostly been pulling stuff for me. Rabbit pull, dumbbells dangling down, then pull them upward. Ah, okay, so like standing straight and instead of just shrugging, going like that. What is that, servant of Yah? As I think you meant this one. And this is an old school chest trainer, Is it good for a muscle up, actually, for the internal rotation action? Okay, I'll go hit the last set, then I'll come back to you guys. 10 reps, predicted. Go for one last. Okay. One more than predicted. I'll take that. Martin was right. Oh yeah, the troll guy is in the chat too. Enigma. Just got done doing legs. Let's keep putting in the work, boys. Yes, we should have done the leg emoji, though. There is one of those these days. Russ's shirt, Master T. How is your online stalking working out for you? Oh, you're calling that guy Master T. I thought you were referring to me. It's Master T. Yeah, quite obsessive guy. Yeah, Martin predicted that I'll have one more rep. Dels Roda. Used to do overhead extensions before. For me, they worked better than skull crushers. Okay. Okay, so you mean... Okay, because some people, when they say skull crushers, they mean an overhead extension, right? Like, it's a little unclear. Because if we're talking with like a C-bar, it's the same kind of movement. It's just like, do you go from here or from here, you know? Heikal, that's some kind of emoji. And the Master T is here with one of his other accounts too. Scott Lambert, shrooms while lifting, excellent. Sounds like an interesting experience. Thomas Owens, haha, the troll, funny way to describe him. It's because it is one insane guy with like 30 accounts or something, you know, like, I don't know how else to describe him. Scott Lambert says, I'm messing, bro. Your pupils are wild, though. Huh? Yeah, I don't know. My pupils, my standard for my pupils has always been that they're quite large. I get like flashbacks to when I'm like 14 on the subway and someone tells me that they're big. Also remember that when I was sitting with light on one side and not that, like one gets really small, one gets really large. My troll guy wants to see the calves here. Can we get a good angle for the calves? Yeah, there you go. Now roast them, tell me how small they are and blah blah blah, you know. And so to the real guys in the chat, you will be able to tell which accounts with different names are from the same crazy guy, you know. But okay, we're gonna move on. Next, do some curls. How are you guys? It's interesting. You know, now I'm just doing isolations or smaller exercises, so it's not, you know, it's just not as intense. But I remember loving it when I'm having a live stream. Just knowing that people are watching when you're training heavy, you know, it makes you like, I always push myself hard, but you just, a little bit of extra adrenaline from that, you know. Oh. See what's been said here in between. High on life. Exactly, I'm high on life. Irai Moreira, it is time for a VO2 running session here in Brazil. Have a good workout, my friend. Well, you too, man. Thomas Owens. I'd like to advise a calf workout that most people won't think is real, but my calves are massive. Running up and down stairs on your tiptoes and stomp on the way down. Don't know why it works. Yeah, well, maybe that activates the calves, but the question is, how do you progressively overload? There. Yeah. And you, guy, you're going on. You have your like internal jokes with yourself about me. They are not particularly funny, and yeah, it's just fucking weird, man. Tickle me pickle. Thoughts on circuit training versus focus set? I feel like circuits is always better for time management. Better for time management, worse for efficiency. Like I only do circuits for isolation exercises, you know, like at the end of a push workout. Let's say I'm gonna do some lateral raises and triceps push down. That won't take any. It's so isolated that one of the exercises won't take anything from the other. So then doing a circuit or superset like that. But if you're doing circuit with like bigger movements, you're just gonna like get your heart rate pumping, you get central fatigue, and you're at least beyond some kind of novice stage. It's just gonna impede. You might be time efficient because you're not able to train hard enough to stimulate an adaptation. So yeah. Oh, he loves machines. It's like this troll guy. He tries to slander me with different things. He knows that I make it clear that, oh, I'm using more machines now. So he will be like, oh, he loves machine, he loves the machine, blah 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 blah, and has like, yeah, I don't know how many different accounts I've seen now, but I recognize the style, and yeah, if at least you were funny, you know. But okay, I have some fat grips, and we're gonna do some curls. Unfortunately, kind of crappy dumbbells here, but it is what it is. So these dumbbells are crappy in like two ways. You know, it's this kind when you screw on the side that they never fully stick. So often the plates will start like dangling, you know, making sounds. And I want to use a fat grip, but on these the handles are actually too small. So this is also not entirely like fitting. So it's not perfect, but you know, that's what we have to work with in here. Okay, so you're not gonna see my hands down here, but when they come up, we do some Stottman curls. Oof. Oh, okay. The extra dimension that the grip isn't steady at all, and that. Okay, I actually take the camera. Meat-based vegan. Oh, I wonder how you are. Analog pilgrim. Hey, nice. First time I'm catching a live. Greetings from Sydney, Australia. Jack Draco Malfoy. Well, greetings. Yeah, I guess you guys are the unluckiest. Because, you know, for me, usually from this time until the evening, is the best time to stream for Europeans and also Americans that will have like be earlier in the day. Unfortunately, in the middle of the night for the Australians. So like this guy just going on with all your accounts, you know. Scott Lambert, you're still starting with compound free weights in your training. You do the more bodybuilding style machine warm-up thing. No, look, look, I've used overwhelmingly. I've trained with barbells, dumbbells, weighted calisthenics, and well, some cables, you know, and some machines. And then lately it's a twofold that I've had some injuries. I work around, and I just managed, either 3 or 4 months ago, I found this gym that just so happens to have these really great, unusual machines. So, you know, I will, apart from little specific warm-ups, like, you know, when my wrist, elbow has been bad, I warm up the elbow and stuff. But then I'll usually just warm up on whatever exercise is the first. So if it is a machine, sure, I do it in a machine. But if it is a weighted chin-up, you know, I'll do body weight chin-ups and then add weight up and etc. Thomas Owens, it's called socking. He's probably got a whole screen of accounts to switch to and no real life. Yeah, of course. It's quite obvious. Del Zeroda. Oh man, I think I have the same dumbbells. They always leave black marks everywhere from the rubber. Yeah, but this kind, you know, it would depend on what weight you're using to, of course. But, you know, I never liked this kind because they just never stay in place, the weight. Enigma, I smell jealousy. You inspired me, bro. Appreciate you. Well, I appreciate you too, Enigma. Disney Dolby. Yeah, body, mind, soul. Someone's getting it. Thomas Owens, that down rep looks brutal. Never tried that before. Yeah, the idea with a Sotman curl is you will still train the biceps, but of course, since the brachioradialis is not as strong, you transfer the load more to the brachioradialis when you do that. And the fat grips, now, honestly, I could even skip them because they're not staying in place. They're just kind of making the exercise difficult with these dumbbells. But the fat grips, just having a fatter grip always activates more of the entire forearm. 3 monitors and then everything. Yeah. Russian troll guy, having multiple tabs open, eating Doritos ad libitum is actually useful in the sense of getting the vids higher up on the YouTube algorithm. Even shit is useful in an ecosystem. Yeah, that's true. And of course, in a sense, a guy like this is your biggest fan, you know, completely obsessed. It's kind of flattering in a sense. Creepy and flattering. Scott Lambert, yeah, Minnesota here. It is early, morning coffee time. I'm happy to accompany you with your coffee. Servant of Yah 7. I went to this gym once where the seat moves with you, so it's smoother to use. It was pretty sick. Well, these kind of space machines, you know, like I don't know, some of those just feel like gimmicky, you know. Have you ever tried curls while kneeling? Got that tidbit from Eric Bugenhagen. They're great for me. Analog Pilgrim says, yeah, I actually did that way back. I used to do that. It's a cool variation. Okay, so I'll get back to you guys. I'll just hit another set. I got 13 last time. Pretty sure I would get 13 if these dumbbells weren't so off. I would get that again. But 12 probably. See, now I have to screw these things on the side back because they never stay in place. Okay, let's go for one more. Oh, okay. Ooh. 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 RVN. Hey coach, if you have a problem with the lock nut loosening on that kind of loadable dumbbells, you might want to clasp the largest weight on each side and counter rotate it firmly. Give it a try. You know, maybe I will sometimes, but I just have one set with each left, and I don't want to deal with all of that. But thanks. A servant of Ya 7. I might look into a fat grip. Yeah, it's a nice way of just transferring some of the focus towards the forearms. Give him an autograph. Yeah. Thomas Owens. I do like the big grip stuff. Most of my exercises is around grip strength. Yeah, I'm like, compared to the average person, I probably have a decent grip, but relative to me, it is a weak point. So I want to work on my grip strength as well. Yes, up as, did you buy those blue handles to increase forearm strength to have a better palm grip? So fat grips, I've been at, the blue ones, these are the middle ones. I had the smaller ones too. And then there are like the largest ones, I think they're red. And the thing is, it's not just about the grip. Like, because of some dumbbells have thicker handles, like these ones even have too small to put this grip on. It's not optimal. But then there are some dumbbells quite thick handles, and then the thinner grip might be better. But yeah, the idea, it's an easy way to, because of course, any pulling exercise, any curl exercise, of course we're training our forearms some, but just having a fatter grip transfers more attention towards the forearm. So, do you contract the bicep pre-movement, or you just do the movement and feel the biceps contracting on the go? Yeah, you know, I'll be unable to flex my elbow without using my biceps. So yeah, Russ's shirt. Did the snake diet guy go insane by claiming fat makes you fat, or is he just taking the piss after drinking his own piss for too long? I don't know, man. Like, Cole has always done this thing that he kind of, you know, he just switches what he focuses on and then talks as if that's, you know, that's the only thing it always was, you know. And then after a few months, he will switch to something else. Like, he's going to be back saying that keto is great. It's the only way to lose weight, you know. So, I don't know. Like the stream if you haven't already, guys. But it looks like kind of synced with viewers and likes. Send a super chat for the gains. I'll just rest a little bit before doing my last set of these curls. Thomas Owens, I also wrap things around the grips or pick up things that are too big for my grip, but chat going out. But try to only use my grip. It sounds weird, but I play rugby, and when I grab you, I don't want you getting away, lol. I think your earlobes are fat. Mine, I have quite small ears, so maybe you see it peeking out there. You know, I'm growing my hair long, guys. I'm gonna grow jungle man hair. You know, apart from calling me like Harry Potter, GSP, that martial arts guy, or whatever, there are some names that are reoccurring, but also lots of comments on the hair, you know, should cut your hair. Oh, some guy with a Karen haircut, and the glasses, you know. But now I'm gonna get really long hair. You know, it's kind of annoying. It's much nicer to have short hair, but I want to try it. I haven't had long hair in a very long time. Like, not longer than this, at least. Okay, last set. So now, what we're doing, I might have to, because these handles, you know, I have to re-grip them sometimes, but what we're doing now is that when we reach fail here, we rep out, just hammer curls, like this. All right. How done these grips. This is the last set. I have to deal with this. Okay, we're losing reps on this set. Or we'll see. Okay, now hammer curls. Okay. Boom. Sort of, yeah. Rock the hair, bro. I used to grow my hair out for almost 3 years. It was down to my shoulder blades. Make sure you brush it, bro. No, I do brush it. Oh, and you why 100 Swedish crowns. Buy some low alcoholic beer after a workout. I view them as the prize I earn after long workouts, especially long cardio sessions now in the summer. Well, I appreciate the super chat. I won't buy any beer though. I haven't posted it yet, because this happens to me sometimes. I record videos that I think are pretty good, but then I prioritize some other ones. I forget about it. That I have, no, yeah, old unpublished videos, but I have one about alcohol and beer in particular. We'll see if I post it or make a new one. But thanks for the super chat, man. I didn't know you were Swedish, I think, as I guess you are, because the donation shows in SEK. Patrick Peru, Swedish machine in action. Yeah, that's right. Vivi says that alcohol ruins gains. Tom Thumb, dumb, ugly Swede did. Yeah, that's hurtful, man, and stuff. Some anonymous loser in the chat would say that I'm dumb and ugly. Okay, what's the next exercise? Let's do that chest crusher thing, just for fun. Yeah, Anui confirms Swedish. Okay, let's just, I've done muscle up training today, so why not? And Servant of I gotta go, bro. Bless you. I'll bless you too, man. I like you. Have very positive energy. I like you. Okay. See how many reps we get on this. I know it's easier if I go that way, so let's do the underhand grip. Okay. Old school. This is shit you bought from like magazines in the 80s or something. It's the last bit. Yeah. See, I start trembling. Oh. Okay, one more. Okay. Actually tough towards the end. Josephine Armstrong, your hair always looks great. Well, I appreciate that, Josephine. And just to anyone new to the chat, we have our house troll here with 30 different accounts. Patrick Perio, like, so everyone loves me is the point. It's just the one guy that hates me from 30 accounts. Patrick Perio was doing the same exercise by replacing my old faucet in my bathroom yesterday. pushing together like that. Alcohol, but eating spirit. It's funny. Yeah, alcohol is crap. The nature. Number one tip for losing weight and overcoming food addiction. You want my number one. I think you know it already. Prolonged fasting. Prolonged fasting with whole food refeeds. My best protocol for this is weekly 60-hour fast. That would for most people be started on Sunday evening, break it on Wednesday morning or lunch, and eat properly, plan your refeeds properly, few days, and start again. And it's the fast, it's like scrubbing out the addiction, and it's like eating the good food is writing the new program. Thomas Owens, loving the unshakable positivity. Of course. Of course. I'm enjoying life quite a bit right now, enjoying being me a lot, and I'm actually even enjoying that it's so provocative that I'm just a nice jacked and stacked Chad here, that someone would stalk me with like 30 accounts. Analog Pilgrim, slight change in topic, book that got you interested in metaphysics, if any. Mine was The Cloud of Unknowing. So let's do another set of the spring thing there, and then come back to that. Got 12 last time, so we want like 11 at least now. The nature, thank you man, keep it going, you're doing good. I appreciate that. I'm gonna revisit the food addiction routine, do a new video on it as well. Okay, let's go. Yeah, one more. Okay, metaphysics. Okay, so I don't really read many books at all. Like, honestly, guys, I consume so little content in general, other than almost a little bit of entertainment to wind down these days. I have like two modes. Of course, there are things in between. But if I'm not doing very well in life, I probably will find some source, whether that would be a book, a YouTube channel, or whatever, that's like, okay, I'm in input mode, like as in taking input, right? But at a time like this, I'm enjoying creating instead of consuming, producing instead of consuming. And honestly, many times people will like give me advice about books, whether that would be about something spiritual or more like, or diet or something. And I'm kind of like, but I feel like I have good ideas here already. I want to figure things out on my own. I don't want to contaminate my ideas with external ideas, even if they're good, Sometimes I'm like, no, I want to find out for myself. So, especially when it comes to the metaphysics of things, I haven't read many books at all the last few years. And so no, I don't really have a book. Yeah, Russell Shirt says that. Dude doesn't read any books, Pilgrim. He only reads comments from that troll with 50 different accounts. Take from that as you will. Exactly. My source of wisdom are my trolls. Shine Javani says, the question is, what are the good foods? Well, you can see my video, Build Your Fitness Diet 101, to see what I think. Well, what I mean is, when we're talking about food addiction, the key is to eat just real foods, not these hyper-processed junk foods that have gotten people both fat and addicted to food. Like someone that just ate meat and potatoes and some vegetables, they are not addicted to that, if you see what I mean. So it's like, the key is to eat real food, not these hyper-processed junk foods. Patrick Peruio says, I think you're taking advantage of long breaks by reading your chat. You should not take more than 1 minute break between your exercises. That's very bad advice. Who told you that? Like, what are you training for? Like, I'm trained to failure or 0 reps in reserve every set. I can't rest too long, man. So I'm resting a little bit longer now because I'm talking to you, but since I'm training to failure every set, it's not going to take anything away. So if you rest too short, man, you're not going to be ready. You haven't recharged your batteries. It's like, you know, what should I compare it with, you know? But yeah, you need to fully reload your mana bar, you know. NUI, I do animal-based diet and just small amounts of processed food like milk, etc. Prolonged fast, long cardio, inline skating sessions, and weightlifting. I'm on my way down on the scale. Yeah, that sounds like. Yeah, let's do one less. Since you taunted me there with the rest times, let's do one more. But if I don't get 10 reps now, it's your fault because I didn't rest long enough. Okay. Yeah. Okay, one more. Intensity. Okay. I have 33 guys watching me do the chest crusher. That's awesome. Like the stream if you haven't. Send a super chat for gains. Thomas Owens, when you're confident about yourself, mind and body creation becomes the goal. I never thought about why I love to create. Thanks. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. Kaisha, good advice is to avoid polyunsaturated fat foods because they kill your metabolism. They might, you know. Yeah, Analog Pilgrim, Tom Thumb giving up some serious closet gay energy lol. Yeah, I'm not reading it out loud, but there's this guy who's really, really hungry for my dick in the chat. Oh yeah, guys, what's the next exercise? We don't have too much left. I could do something just for the lulz because we're here. But the only thing, train the long head of the triceps pretty good with the pullover. Was thinking maybe a triceps push down, maybe a lateral raise. We could superset those. Just gotta set it up somehow here. No, it is a really nice gym here. I want to do training videos here just to show some guys just that you don't need all that much. Or maybe this is a little too high. You don't need all that equipment. Like if you're a guy that living in a house, you could get like a rack, bench, barbell, some weights. You have a lot going for you. Let's just see, what does this look like? Yeah, I guess that works. Oh man. I have some huge fans in the chat, guys. Might do an OnlyFans just for you guys. Okay, what attachments do we even have in here? The rope isn't my favorite. Oh, I guess I can actually even do them facing you because the cable is from above. But it's one of these old school stacks. Like you can't see it now, but on the weight stacks it doesn't say kilos or pounds. It's just like level 1, level 2, not specified anywhere where each of these weighs. How about the push down with this? No, it's not gonna feel good. I can feel that immediately. Okay, let's do the rope, even though it isn't my favorite. Go a little uglier on the form today. Let's try here first. Okay. Okay. So probably start here. Work our way up. Okay, this is kind of, I should have gone one heavier. Okay. Ooh. Move on one next time. And that, as you see what all my fans are saying, I'll acknowledge this, that you said big Kreksu, or whatever I should refer to you as. 20 watching now, but 20 is just me, Snake Man. Yep, yeah, that's true. I didn't realize. But you're right. Thomas Owens, I've been doing kettlebell windmills and getting some serious results in my lower back. Interesting. Rusty shirt, the troll is like boys at preschool punching the girls they like, except he's a 30-year-old dude sitting on his ass and trying to throw verbal punches with his keyboard at another dude. Yeah. No. It's clear. Let's see what we want to do here. I wish, I kind of want to do, I take those dumbbells. Kind of want to do a Louis race, like a full range of motion. Lateral race. See here. Okay, you're not going to see me go all the way. I'm going to go all the way. Up there. And kneel for you. Nah. Okay, the camera just isn't optimal for this one. So nice content for you, Tom. Okay. Ooh. On the last one here, we're gonna rep out a ton of partials. 2. Patrick Preview. Yeah, Tom, if you send me enough super chats, promise, I'll just tell everyone I'm gay, then you'll have a lot of fun. Analog Pilgrim. What a disgrace it is for a man to grow old without ever seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable, Socrates. Yes, exactly. It's like getting a video game, epic big video game. I'm like, oh, I play it on very easy mode. Just get through the game, no challenges or anything like that. To the Moon says, looks good. Well, thanks. Stockholm says, what cycle are you on? Sunlight, sleep, eggs, good training. That's what I cycle. Shahin Yavani. Why are you concerned much about what he like, man? Ask yourself. Yeah. Dominic T says, if you got haters, you're typically doing something right. No, I'm aware. What do you think about weighted calisthenics? Awesome. I did them today. I trained muscle ups today. Hit my first ever muscle up. Not beautiful, but not chicken winged, and then I did some weighted pull-ups and dips. And I love them. And I haven't been able to do weighted pull-ups for a while because of my elbow, but I've been patient, healed it up. So weighted calisthenics. Weighted chin-ups especially has been a staple for me since I started. I started doing weighted dips quite early too, but the weighted chin-ups would be my favorite. But then ring push-ups and weighted ring push-up variations I just love too. Okay, I'll get back to you. I'll just do a set of push-downs. So what I like to do is push the ropes apart, but then when I can't anymore, push them together. Okay. So these two exercises are going to be the last ones. One set push downs, 2 lateral or Louis raises. Then I'll round this off. Hello, Pilgrim. I'm off to bed, bro. Great to meet you. Stay juicy. God bless. God bless you too, bro. Peaks 76. I'll try kettlebell windmills. I was doing kettlebell halos today. Yeah, try them. Josephine Armstrong, have you been to this gym before? Yeah, it's apartment building, our gym in the building here. So I've mostly done my neck training and some stuff like that. Today I did my compounds in the big gym, and then I had to go unexpectedly, so I do my little isolations here. And I added some stuff just because I'm with you guys here, like this thing I didn't plan on using first. Okay, another set of Louis raises. See, it's not so important. For the last set, I'm gonna change the camera for this exercise. I can't stand in the rack, or I'm gonna smash the rack. This is for you, Tom. Okay, one set of each left. Thomas Owens, nightmare mode, always. If life crushes me, then I wasn't trying hard enough. Exactly. At peace, peace. I hope we get to hear you sing someday. I mean, if you look hard enough on the channel, you're gonna find it. I'll sing someday. Something. But if you search 08, so 0 with letters and an 8, you'll get the choir I was in. In some videos, older videos, from like 2020 and back, I think that's when I quit. Yeah, it was 2020. You can find videos where I'm there. I'm usually right in the middle of the choir. But of course, then you won't hear just me. Ray Z, tuning in while doing a leg workout. Nice, man. Workout buddies. RVN, at what weight are you doing your lateral raises? It's the first time I have seen it done with arms fully raised up. So look, I haven't done dumbbell lateral raises in a long time. This one is called Louis race, I think after an Olympic weightlifter. These are, the weights on the side are 3.75 kilos. So they're 8.5 kilos, the dumbbells. And I go all the way. I don't know what I'd use. But, you know, someone else asked me about dumbbell lateral raises recently. And it's so, you know, depends on how you do them. Like, you can be very strict. Really, I have a completely straight arm and really isolate the mid-delt. I could have way lower weight. But I can also just use a little bit of oomph and use my traps a little bit and control the negative. And it's not necessarily a worse exercise. But you know, some exercises, when it's like, what weight do you use? It depends. It's not what weight only, it's how do you use it, right? Frame bite. How do you manage to recover if you go to failure all the time? I did that for about a month, and I actually progressed more on my pull-ups after taking a break. Yeah, man, I mean, I don't know what shape you are in right now, but for me, it's just, that's how I started, literally from when I was at home. Even when I was just doing pull-ups and push-ups, I would do all sets to fail and beyond, often on the last set, you know. So I think it's just a matter of adapting. Yeah, because I remember also how much just I didn't quite understand it, how tired I was sometimes because I was training like harder than I could at the time. But I think I just adapted to it, you know. Thought on skateboard squats. I don't know what that is, so tell me what that is. So, because you don't mean just standing on a skateboard and doing a squat, right? Well, looking pretty stacked here. Okay, last set. Okay. Now, last set. Gotta drop. And one more. One last. Okay. Was good at this when the triceps is all pumped. His Scooby 1961 exercise. I figured you'd be a fan of his, considering where you came from to where you are. You know, that guy, I just know that name, and I've like seen him, but I don't know anything about him, and I think that guy is older, and I think he's on TRT, right? Of course, it doesn't mean, that's what I remember. It's been like years. I even saw that guy. Of course, maybe he has some good stuff. I have no idea about the guy, but no, I didn't know. Thomas Owens, your body will eventually adapt to anything. Put it through, but everyone's physiological makeup is different. Everyone excels at different things. Don't measure yourself by others' action. Well, yes and no, you know. Like what I always say about human beings, you know, everyone likes to think that they're so unique, you know, but really we're more alike than we're different. But then, of course, we have individual differences. But the way I see it, I think of a role-playing game. All the stats exist within all the people. It's just between 0 and 100, you know. So all traits, everyone has every trait to some extent, you know. Frame bite. It's actually amazing how fitness makes you a better place. Just think about the chads like Theo, Scooby, Natural Hypertrophy, all want to help others selflessly. Yeah, you know, it's like when you find the solution for yourself, all you want is to give it to others. Like you know, it's like I'm kind of addicted to progress in a positive way, you know. But then it becomes kind of like, you know, you want others to make progress and you kind of feel the same. Like many times when I've been training in-person clients that don't know as much what to look for, I'm like, that was a great workout, you know. And I have to be like, or how did you feel? You know, because I'm so happy about the progress I know they're making, you know. And Thomas Owens says, I just mean not everything works for everyone. No, exactly. But for instance, everyone will have to train really hard, close to failure, to make progress. Then maybe, I don't know if I've adapted or if I have like a tendency to just tolerate really high intensity. So maybe someone else would be better off with like having more of an RPE approach or something. But in general, everyone has to train hard, right? Do you see what I mean? And that too, when you continue with, not everyone has the will to push to failure. It's more mental than physical. Yes, but it's also a skill to learn. I was very afraid of each set when I started training. I wanted to avoid them. I felt like, but it was my fear of not doing enough that made me push to failure. And now I adapted. Now I just feel strange if I stop a set before it's failure, unless it's something like a squat, you know. At peace. It's known that Nords have more magica. Magica? What exactly do you mean? Let's do the last set of Louis races. Rep out partial reps until we can't anymore. Then if you have said anything in the chat, I'll talk to you, but then we'll round off. Right? So lateral races, guys. Here's my thing. Let's actually just change the angle a little bit on that. So lateral races, guys. Now we're speaking about training to failure and stuff. Like, I like training to failure. I think everyone should do it to some extent. But you don't have to have my exact approach, really. I talk about that sometimes. How some people that clearly know what they're doing and are advanced, they don't always go to failure on the big movements. But here's my thing, guys. A thing like a lateral race, it has to be to at least failure in order for it to do anything. It's too small of a movement. So what I will do on a lateral race or Louis race, you know, but any variation of a side race, is I will go to fail on the first sets. On the last sets, I will go way beyond failure. Okay, and I think because shoulders are it's one of my best muscles. I think I would say this super high intensity on the isolation stuff on top of the compounds, it was what made them well-rounded. So here we go, one set like that. Okay, so this is the last full rep. Okay. Ooh, okay. And that's where you want to get, guys. That, look, of course that was effort and it burned in my shoulders. But really, I know this is exactly how it's going to go when I start the set. And that's why I like training to failure too. Building this, like, stress, resilience, and self-control. That, do you understand? Every day, knowing that I'm going to push something to the absolute limit and I'm going to succeed. It's not a, oh, I'm going to try, or maybe. It's a, this will definitely happen thing, you know. So that's the other benefit, training to failure. Let's see. Rest assured, the issue most of the time is that most people who work out don't actually know what true failure is. You can train with reps in reserves, get results, but most people are just half-assing it. Yeah, and that's why, you know, I just say, to keep it simple, train to failure, because it's not until you're able to train to failure, like you actually know what it's like, you know your body, that's when maybe you can consider doing something else. But before you're even like familiar with what you training to failure is like, there's no point in programming or 2 reps in reserve. Someone that doesn't know failure, they're gonna stop with 6 reps in reserve when they think they have 2, you know. Do you know, as a trainer, how many times a client just stops a set and claims, no, I couldn't do more. And I, who I work with many people, it's like, no, I could, you could do more. Like, no, trust me, promise. And I'm like, no, trust me. You chose to stop because it was difficult. It's not that you literally couldn't. If I had a gun here, you would do several more reps. For smaller muscle groups, as the coach said, you basically need to train failure. Exactly. It would be on the compounds where there's more room for not training to failure, but on the isolations, absolutely. Thomas Owens, I like the Ron Yates move that once you reach failure on the up rep, get someone to help the up rep and you go down rep, failure. Well, it's made my shoulders much stronger since. Yeah, but look, just apply that principle. Of course, it's great if you have a training partner, but it's about going beyond the failure. So, you know, if we do a curl, you know, if we do the strict, when I can't do another strict, I can start using a little hip thrust and control the negative, you know, like I did on the triceps push down there. You know, someone could come and push on my hands, but I can also just move down the stack myself and go on, right? The Louis race now, when I can't go all the way, start, you know, partials, there are many ways. The point with what Dorian Yates is doing is that he's going beyond failure. It's just that he was often training with a training partner. So it was often with a training partner assisting, but the point is going to failure and beyond. RV, have you had in the past some shoulder popping every time you try to do a rep of lateral raises without activating your traps? So I'm getting that right now and it's starting to worry me. Look, I've had all tons of little popping and feelings in the shoulder. It's like you're always going to have some of that, as long as something isn't hurting, you know, in a bad way. And of course, maybe you'd want to improve your shoulder mobility or something, but you gotta realize the shoulder and the hips are the most complex joints in the entire body. That something is a little uneven or clicks or something, it's not the end of the world, you know. And it's also, what I mean is like there's so many different muscles that are crossing the shoulder joint that it's very, when you say it like that, it's like, you know, I've experienced many different things in the shoulder. I can't really give you anything with that, you know, like general shoulder mobility, you know. At peace. All right, just say, Thomas Owen says, you're the man. Thanks for the fun and positivity. Well, thank you for being with me on the workout, man. And I appreciate your feedback. Okay, last. At peace, please. Are you aware of science that explains why certain workouts feel good and others don't? Like for me, push workouts feel good even to failure, but pull workouts are opposite. I mean, science. What do you mean? If I have any science to tell you about it, I'll just say, I mean, why can't we just observe it ourselves? You know, why can't we have our own science that, oh, from my observations of myself and talking to others, a lot of people seem to think the push workouts are the easiest to do. So it's just a fact. That's just how it is, you know. And it makes sense with something like the legs, why they are tough. It's big, huge ass muscles. So it takes more energy to use them in big movements and stuff. So no, I think almost everyone agrees that push workouts are the easiest, like feels best in that sense. Shine Giovanni, you took limitless pill. What made you to grow to be this person? What was your reason behind? Much respect. So again, can you guys just, I mean, I appreciate that, but can you guys just browse through the channel a little bit? Because I feel like my story, I like throw up in my mouth at how many times I'm like gone over it, that used to be a skinny, fat, loser kind of guy. You know, I was drifting about, just having bad habits, drinking, partying, any job or thing I study is just because I gotta do something. I have no direction. It's really just hedonism, you know. And then I started having these daily panic attacks that were brutal, felt like a psychedelic trip gone wrong. I think I'm going crazy. And then I had to confront these panic attacks. I knew now it's either living as a medicated zombie or killing myself or actually changing. So during these months of hell, I'm confronting the panic attacks. It feels like it's not getting better. It's terrible, but it gradually starts to get better until the panic attacks stop. I'm so happy and grateful for the second chance I've been given in life. I gave this with training and eating better, a chance. I feel better almost immediately, like 2 weeks. And I've just been on that path. And I've just, you know, since I saw the connection from that experience with the panic attacks, like, not running away, doing the thing that was so difficult in order to reach the goal, you know, that was, it took me to the best place ever. I'll just approach everything like this now. Training is difficult, but I feel better. I look better. I feel stronger, you know, I feel better about myself. So I do that. Fasting, it's tough, but I get rid of food addiction. I develop my mental fortitude. It's, you know, so I become more and more limitless. Do you know one thing? We're talking about being limitless, is facing fears. Fear is the emotion that makes you the least like yourself. You become mostly just like an animal on survival instinct. But in order to lose a fear, you have to show your nervous system that there's nothing to be afraid about. So you have to expose yourself to whatever you're afraid of, like me with the panic attacks. But I've done it actively with many different things, actively putting myself in situations where I'm scared, I'm uncomfortable, I'm insecure, so that I conquer those situations. And every time you overcome a fear, it's like really you is more free to express itself. So that's an answer for you. Shine, Giovanni. Neander, can you take a second limitless pill to limit yourself? Exactly. No, that life does that for me sometimes, you know, gotta get humbled, go back into the cave, be the lunar knight. Framebite says you should make an FAQ section to you. Yeah, you know, I think about it, but that's why certain videos you do, so you can just point back to them, you know. But panic, if you Google, search the YouTube channel for panic attacks, you kind of find the origin story one way or another. MD, is that upper chest growing up over collarbone? Didn't realize it grew like that. Yeah, it kind of does. You know, let's see if I can find the angle. You know, now I've kind of pushed it up over the collarbone there. So yeah, it goes just above the collarbone there. But okay, guys, we're gonna leave now. Thanks for. There's gonna be a short little video today when I'm gonna ask you guys' input on some things. So yeah, please give me your input later. We'll have more videos in the week, maybe more spontaneous streams, but definitely the Sunday stream. Gonna try to do Saturday streams too. I'll just not make them like a regular schedule thing, but I'll try going like this. It worked out well. I got my workout done, spend a little extra time just talking to you guys. I gotta do some other stuff. But yeah, thanks for being with me, guys. Shine Giovanni says that answer was deep. and a mushroom. Yeah, you know, I like to believe I'm quite the fucking wise guy, okay? So expect deep answers. Josephine Armstrong says, thank you. Well, thank you, Josephine. Chilling in the background for this stream, but apparently here all the time. Well, thank you guys. I'll see you later. Peace.